What is, guys? Welcome back to some more Agatha, Christie, ABC murders. I will be completely honest with you. I just want this part of my life to end.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot.
We're just getting these parts out
Chief
quickly.
Inspector Jubb told me that you might be coming.
You may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
One moment, please. How did you know that Cuss had underlined Doncaster in his railway guide?
I went and had a look in his room.
I see. Do you make a habit of searching through your lodger's belongings?
Well, what are you going to do later? I bet you're going to poke around his room too.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cuss?
He's rather queer. He talks to himself. He has a bad cough. Because of the war, he says. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Where were the stains on the shirt?
Can't recall.
Cuss used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Yes, although he was unwell on trains.
Do you know where Cuss was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No idea.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah, I remember one thing. Bexhill's by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cuss asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Bexhill is not the only seaside resort.
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
When did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Churston. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
Take the key on the counter, bitch. I'm taking everything. Fuck, I look like not a detective.
I don't think my register will help you.
Oh,
Mr.
all
Cuss
right.
rents his
We're
room
not
all
even
year.
talking to you no more.
If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
I don't know why you told me that shit. Ooh, I can't wait till this game ends.
The truth is
Ooh,
becoming
I can't
apparent,
wait.
And I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
Excuse me.
There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it pleases.
She said take the key. Did I miss the key? Where was the key at
Mrs.
again?
Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder. Room 306 is Cuss's room. Can you explain yourself?
If I did, it was because Mr. Cuss wasn't here. What about it?
It doesn't matter, provided that you remember to change the sheets.
Of course I changed them. I keep a nice clean establishment, I'll have you know.
Yeah, that was a little weird. Definitely missing something here.
This woman appears to be in a bad mood.
Like, bro, like, you may as well be a fucking cop the way you... Whatever, bro. I don't like this dude, bro. I don't like him. He got super sight, too, huh?
Mrs. Marbury is taking out her bad mood on the evening meal's potato.
.306, if I'm not mistaken. I keep forgetting shit. Oh, wow, right to it. Need this game to end.
Laudanum Cameron's Chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. The subject would probably be useful to me.
Probably. Sedative.
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. The subject would probably be useful to me.
Probably.
ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders. ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders. It's closed. It's closed.
Are you dead ass right now, bro? Like, I just don't like, bro. So you can't just rip that open?
How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
Is that a fucking typewriter? Hey, go to the typewriter, bro.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order.
Yeah,
and
okay,
balance.
I get it. Typewriter.
It's an ABC.
Oh, there's the knife I guess I needed, huh?
A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon. The subject would probably be useful to me.
Hey, shut up. Where'd my thing go? Oh.
John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churchton. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes. Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. I have to get the ribbon.
Get puzzle.
Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning?
Alright. Hopefully I can get this without looking up, but the moment
How am
I
I
feel
going to do it?
sweat, I'm looking up. That's the only thing I'm saying.
The right-hand heel has been removed.
What does that do for me? Not a fucking thing.
The left
Hell,
heel has been removed.
poor Mr. Bro.
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by
It just
ABC.
fucking said your name. What you mean? What you mean? Let us see.
I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes.
This isn't enough for your name to be on it? The eyes literally right there. Let's see. Is my name Poirot? Poirot? Poirot?
All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
But it's not him. It's way too fucking obvious. To ever stayed in his fucking room. Oh, can I open the box now? Fucking piece of shit. Oh, who would have fucking thought?
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string.
Yeah, maybe.
Stockings. Stockings.
Stockings. Don't like, bro. I don't like them.
ABC guys. Enough to sign about a dozen murders.
I like how the puzzles are easier.
The
At least the
Bexley
first
daily
puzzle was
paper.
easy.
Dated from the day of the Bexley murder. Most probably the basting dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. Trousers, white shirts, everything has been washed very well. All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date. It is not the right time.
What's left? It is not the right time.
War of
It
1914,
is not the
1918.
right time.
By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the London Gazette on May the 10th, 1918, as mentioned in a dispatch for gallant and distinguished service. An army dispatch, wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack. Corporal Cust greatly deserves his distinction.
It is not the right time.
It is not the right time.
I mean, what the fuck could possibly be left? Do not. Maybe the bed.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Interesting.
This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there.
Oh,
Let
probably
us
a
now
minute.
try and get our
Our
brain cells to work.
Like, bro, I hate this. But I hate, bro. I hate him. guessing game here. There it is.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th. No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see. Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
I look forward to seeing you again, Mr. Poirot.
Ah, Chief Inspector. I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
Hmm?
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police. And you?
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
I've listened closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
It's definitely the fucking typewriters. Oh, this is just this one. Wow. I'm about to sneeze. Any common points between Gus and the killer? Gus be here suspicious.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes,
being
the knife,
framed, there's
the
no
bloodstained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
It's just too obvious.
C'est vrai. However, the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cuts a Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite.
Because you fucking know, huh?
You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his
I don't
crimes.
fucking like him.
But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
When can we talk to him?
If he catches ass.
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
But you know what? Let's
That's
ask
the question
Hercule,
you
because I
want.
bet he knows where the fuck he's
He
at.
says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
Perfect victim.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
Bro.
To Scotland Yard, please.
The loading screens, his mustache. Like, everything about this game is aggravating me.
This man is not in good shape.
Here we go. Here we fucking go with a Superman sight. Okay, bro, just that he just hell no, hell no. The hands maybe, but the crumbled jacket, bro. Like he could have just bumped into somebody on. Nah, bro.
And other police have been hard on him.
What do you want from me?
Good day, ABC. Do you know who I am?
Someone who's got it in for me.
I am Hercule Poirot, and I want nothing other than the truth.
Ah, you're the detective.
Why did you send me a letter before each crime?
Why all these questions? When are you going to stop pestering me?
It ain't him. Maybe a good ass act if it's him.
He is in no state to reply. I am not going to leave before having finished.
Do I give him water? I can't give him water.
Poor man. If only I could help him. He is in no state to reply.
Which one is the...
Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark...
I think this is it.
Take this. It will help you.
He's in no shape to reply.
Thank you.
How can he cough and talk like that? Don't like him. Alright, bro. You can't cough and drink at the same time.
Oh, good God, my shirt is covered in blood again.
Alright, I don't think it's him.
Bon. I now know where the bloodstains Mrs. Marbury saw came from. Are you well enough to speak?
Yes, I feel much better.
Yes, I am the person you have been sending the letters to.
I didn't write these letters. I've already said so.
Très bien. You did not hide these letters. But the question remains, who did?
Probably one of my enemies. I have many.
I do not believe that you are capable of murder, Mr. Cust.
I hope not.
You suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But the army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Of course, you never considered killing a doctor who took such good care of you.
No, never.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot, but not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards. It proves that you wrote them.
I may have. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
He is prey to a terrible anxiety. Is it remorse? Or simply the pressure of the questioning and the train journey? He is in no state to reply.
The other medicine? Bro. I'm drugging him the fuck up.
Take this.
I'm
It will
drugging
help
him
you.
the fuck up. Yeah, take your drugs.
I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes, I know.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
Let us leave Cust alone.
And what conclusions have you drawn?
I'm drawing
Plenty.
a blank, I ain't gonna lie.
It might help us to understand him a little better. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Let us try. Are there any clues that do not support? Oh, it's only two. That do not support Cusco. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't. Not sorry. I couldn't fucking think. Yeah, but there's certain someone he's framing him then. Let's see, someone's fucking framing him for sure, and he's not smart enough. He's not smart enough to figure it out because
I
of
don't
his
see any
amnesia.
clearer than before. This is worse.
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cust admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cust killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything. He denied the murders and then confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters. Then, with great ease, I managed to get him to say quite the opposite.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my point of view. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Damn. We calling him mediocre for though. Yeah, he killed when the people was packed with, when the street was packed with people, was crazy. He never forgets to leave his intriguing signature. Bro called him mediocre though. Like I bet he box your ass though.
You see? Cuss' character is quite the opposite of the murderer's.
But if he's a madman, can we really talk about his character?
You know very well that our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual or repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well, you're right as always. So we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects, nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry? What should I do?
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
Go home.
To White Heaven, please.
Wait, but there wasn't a murder this episode.
Cust's arrest is a great success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now, except maybe 1 or 2 details.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail, as we say.
Excuse me?
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared. Slip a revolver into your pocket before they do.
A revolver? But Poirot, what are you afraid of?
Getting shot?
me.
What?
It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
What
You
about
both
telling
need to
me
got it
you
up.
have
What you
in
mean?
mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
Bro, that shit would be on me, along with my butler, alright? And I don't care if he's not his butler. He's being called butler right now. I don't know where my gun's at. I didn't even know I had one. Bro, where the fuck my gun at? Alright, stop playing with me. Give me my fucking gun.
What about... Surtout pas.
Where's my gat at?
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets.
We using real fucking...
The revolver is loaded with blancs. I still have time to choose real bullets. The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blancs.
We using real fucking bullets. The hell? We about to feel some real fucking pain. He try to play me. I don't know who it is, but he gonna know who I am.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait one moment, I will bring you my weapon.
Bro.
Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used, it is almost new.
Blasting bro's ass. I don't get no fucks.
Chief Inspector, is that you?
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
Well, never mind, I shall make do.
So, are you still going to hold your meeting?
Of course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guest coming up the stairs.
Why have you brought us here, Mr. Poirot?
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted. Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as Miss Barnard.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
I may be wrong, but maybe by provoking you, he was looking for glory?
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. I'm not sure on this one. Why make a mistake in the address? Save the murderer. Okay, I had no clue. I ain't gonna lie. Why did the killer send his letters to Hercule? He was a...
Is everything clear now?
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
Of course. First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule.
Before the murder?
However, in Churton, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers, because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected, and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Because for his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Absolument. It is a very subtle plan. It matches the profile we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cust.
You are quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad, he might have two very different sides.
No doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of a psychopath.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crimes?
Mr. Clark, the answer to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Let us now try. What do we know about Cust? I don't know what that has to do with. Oh, okay. Right, I guess.
Dr. Clark's patients' records provided a very useful list of potential victims, sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cust once and for all, because he never had access to these records. So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes? Either the murderer sent him there, or Cust was following him closely. Cust's highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him. He systematically sent Cust to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from three completely different murders?
There are people that will really do shit like this.
Indeed, it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
Guys, there are people that will do real shit like this, alright? Y'all need to be careful out there. I guess X?
Just one murder was of benefit to the murderer. The others were just diversions. On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at two potential culprits.
Two?
Franklin Clark. Donald Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle. That's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle. Donald, too, has been treated by the doctor.
You're quite wrong, Mr. Poirot, and it shouldn't be difficult to prove.
Oui, please excuse me. It was a slip of the tongue. This is what I wanted to say. Donald, Sir Carmichael was one of your firm's customers. We found a surveyor's report among his papers that proves it.
I didn't remember
it
very,
doesn't
very
prove
well.
that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it. And you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
You think I'm guilty?
You or Mr. Franklin Clark?
That's ridiculous.
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer?
I'm gonna go with I'm not Fraser. No, Fraser.
Let us now try
The one
and
on
get
the
our
left.
brain cells to work.
Donald Fraser. He's more athletic. He's not self-confident. It is not easy to sleep on a fucking train. Bro's a psychopath.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything. Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Absolument, Mr. Clark.
I'd be a little surprised if
Let
it's
us
him.
now
He's old as
try
fuck.
and get our brain cells to work.
I'm tired of hearing that shit. I'm tired of hearing that shit. I mean, being a good student does not mean you're clever. Alright, this one. It's not that one? Children? Okay.
As you have all seen, there is a disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up. Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly. Because you are incapable of waiting.
Really? Well, I am no murderer. You presented him as being a cold and patient schemer.
Certes, normalement. But Lady Clark's imminent death precipitated events. Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death. For you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster. If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing. You realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside,
fucking crazy.
especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no, you know perfectly well. That is not true. Eh bien voilà, light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff.
I'm a bluffer. I'm a betting man, so...
One thing proves it. The prints you left on Cust's typewriter.
Enough.
Oh, of course you wiped the typewriter before sending it. But not carefully enough. Scotland Yard has found your print along with those of Cust.
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter, and why you were searching through your brother's things. And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
Game, set, match. You win, Mr. Poirot. But it was worth trying.
Why would you choose the smartest detective here, though? Like, that's so fucking stupid. Like, bro could have just done this shit. Yo! How do you lack like that?
I'm gonna let you take me, Mr. Poirot.
Oh. My bad. I thought I was gonna shoot. No, it's not funny. It's not funny. I thought I was gonna shoot him. I thought I was
right. He should have paid for his crimes. I should have expected what he did.
I didn't think he was gonna fucking do that.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Exactly. Hastings, if one day I sound pretentious, please whisper these 3 letters in my ear. ABC.
Alright, that's some corny ass shit right there.
They shall remind me that we all have our limits, even me.
So I didn't expect him to kill himself. I did not condone
Disappointed
that.
at having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England. Donald Fraser and Megan Barnard married. On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark. The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better. And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission. Lady Clark has enjoyed very good health ever since. Journal of an Innocent, the incredible story of ABC. As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press. And as for me, and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire, even more popular than York Minster.
Thank fucking God. It's over, guys. That's it. Thank you for watching. This is one of those playthroughs that, you know, they was decent at first and it was just ass. Like, just ass cheeks clapping. I don't even... Look, just watch one of my other playthroughs for me. Thank you for watching.